Welcome back, we're Paul and Tan and we're continuing our exploration of the magnificent Esperance area in WA. We're back on our own after some special family time on the squeaky clean beaches of Cape Le Grand National Park. Enjoy the video. In this episode we head further afield and check out some lesser known populated camping areas. Hope you enjoy it. Morning guys, it's day 3 or day 4, I can't remember, of Esperance. New day, family have left, so it's just Paul and I now for the next 3 days before we leave to go back home. We're going to go out and about and explore today. So just to fill you in, yesterday was a massive heat wave. We had, it was 41. We had a really lovely day out and about exploring the beaches, National Park. We went down to Warton Beach, we went to Lucky Bay. Seen some footage on that, I've already put it in. Really enjoyed that, had a great day. We were absolutely all sunned out by the end of the day. We ended up going to the Lucky Bay Brewery for dinner last night, which was great. I didn't film it, it was super busy and kids were having a great time and there was loads of people around, so I didn't film any of that. Today it's crazy, it's dropped down to 25 degrees. It's a little bit cloudy, but the sun, when it does finally poke through, is pretty damn hot. So it's typical Esperance really, like it can be scorching one day and really cool the next, and we're glad it's cool today. We're going to go out and about and explore a little bit today, go back into town, and we're going to maybe do some more coastal drives, a few more beaches. We'll just see where it takes us today. Hello, we're at the Esperance jetty. So this is fairly new. I think I mentioned before that when we were here a while ago, this was all closed off because it got damaged in a storm, I think. So, how good's that? That's actually metal. It looks real. Alright, so Esperance is a port. There's a big jetty over there that's used for industrial. I'm guessing it's grain ships, I think. There's a couple parked out. You'll see them when we get to the end of the jetty. And sometimes it's really busy here. There's no grain ships in at the moment, but there is one out at sea. So, a little bit of history. We just read the sign. So this is the replacement tanker jetty. Obviously it's not a tanker jetty anymore because, as I said before, over there is the real tanker jetty. So this must have used to have been a tanker jetty back in the day, and when Esperance probably was a fair bit smaller. So this has been rebuilt with lots of little historic bits and pieces around. There's lots of little seats and things like this, and some signage to try and keep it as historic as possible. There's also the token train tracks that run out. They're actually just painted on, but to show what it used to be like.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same.
We've been pretty impressed with the Esperance Foreshore. It's so well maintained and has some great amenities, plenty of parking and some shady spots for families too. The pathways are ideal for strolls, bike riding, and there's even access to the beach and jetty too. We're driving down to Observatory Beach. Oh yep, there's a bit of a lookout. We'll go and have a look. Check out that coastline. I'm going to go up to the lookout and have a bit of a squeeze. Nobody here. Okay, we'll take that. I think we've been here before.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. I won't take a hat this time. We've just pulled into this car park on the Ocean Beach Drive called 9 Mile Beach. There's a few fishermen down here. It's actually, there's not much beach here, it's more rocks. But it's not a bad little spot. We think we might just get the chairs out and just have a sit for a bit and just chill out. It's actually really nice. We're out of the wind here. So yeah, we're parked up just at the edge of the car park and we might just hang out here for a bit. Just because. Got some cheeky pies in the oven and quiche for lunch, so we're just hanging out here until we've eaten and had a bit of a chill out. Car park hangs. Okay, we're at 10 Mile Beach, I think it's called. It says this one's a free beach, which means it's potentially like a nudie beach, but it says clothing optional. Not sure how I feel about that. There's nobody else here according to the car park, so we should be safe. We're not going to get an eyeful. Nice little platform. It's got a lagoon down here, I think. So this is just a little bit further on from where we just were parked up. Oh, it's nice. It's a bit windy. Looks like there's a bit of cliff action going on there. Looks like they've collapsed a little bit. Look, how's the beaches though? Howdy everybody, welcome back. We've had a change of plans. So for those of you that have been following along, we have been in Esperance. We've spent a few days down there just exploring the local area, and we've been down to Caravans National Park. We have got a couple of days left in Esperance, but we've had a bit of a think this morning and think, what can we do that's a little bit different? So where are we going, Hank? Can you remember this morning?
To go out to the Cape Arid. Is it the Cape Arid National Park?
I think so. Yeah, I think it is.
Or is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. So about 115 kilometres out of Esperance. So yeah, I think we went out to part of it a few years ago, but I don't think we saw it that well, and we didn't stay out there. So we're going to go and have another look, and if there's some decent campsites available out there, we might even look at staying out there tonight.
Yeah, so we have been, I think we went on a day trip when we were there before.
So, yeah.
And I'm not sure whether the weather was favourable the last time we went out there, but the weather today it's 29, it's pretty nice. It is going to get a little bit gusty, so it's typical of down here. So we're just going to play it by ear, but as Paul said, we're going to just see what it's like once we get out there. We went and checked in with the very, very helpful lady in the Tourist Information Bureau this morning in Esperance, who told us that she knew for a fact that there were some spaces out there in the campsites. It was only half full. So yeah, it's just get in there and get a spot. I think there's a camp host, I believe, out there, so they might be helpful for us when we get out there, but I'm sure we'll figure out where we're going to stay if we decide that's what we're going to do. Yeah, it's quite a big drive. Well, it's not really. It's 115 k's. It's not really that far considering the distance we've travelled to get here.
Yeah. And if we don't end up staying out there, we can always just turn around and come back into town. No big
yeah. We're going to give it a crack anyway. So, strap in. We're on another little adventure. So we've taken a little detour. We're driving out to Cape Arid, and we found another track that takes us to a different campground before we get to Cape Arid. So we're going to go down and check this place out. If it looks like it might be a decent place to stay, we might stay here the night and go to Cape Arid tomorrow. We're not sure much, we don't know much about this one. Pictures look good. We don't know if it's busy or who. We don't know anyone that stayed here either, so we're just going to wing it. So we've basically just rocked up and we pulled in, and there's a whole bunch of people leaving, or it seemed like there were. And we've come into the campground and we've just managed to nab the last spot in the whole campground. So I don't know where all those people were staying that were here before.
No, I have no idea.
We're going to go for a walk.
Not sure.
We've pulled in and left the car. We're just going to go for a walk and see what other options we have. Because if we kind of wanted to be near the beach, but we're not too far. I'm sure it's just around the corner here. Anyway, we'll go for a stroll and see what we can find. That's where we're parked right now, which isn't too bad. Oh, this is a good spot here. Oh, this is a good spot here. How good's this one?
Is there another loop, is there?
Yeah. This one looks good. So we're at Alexander Bay. So there's a campground that is up that track. It's got about, I don't know, 15 spots in it, which we've managed to get one. But there's people camped on the beach around here, and we're just wondering whether maybe we could park around here. So we're just trying to suss it out. There's no real signage. It's very confusing. So there's a camp host here. We're gonna ask him maybe if we can park on the beach. So we'll find out. Hello.
What? There we go.
Hello, so we just set up.
Hey?
We've just set up and we're just going out for a walk. So the campground is kind of a loop, and we're quite close to the beach track. So we're going to go for a walk. We've got just been sitting down for a bit having some lunch, but I've set up the Starlink. It's working a treat. There we go. Just to quickly show you. And just over there, down that track over there, is the beach. So we're going to go for a walk again. We decided that we weren't going to stay on the beach because it is really windy. So we're quite protected here where we are. So this is a pretty good spot. So we'll stay here overnight. And then tomorrow we will head off a bit further along the east of the coast towards Cape Arid. We'll see what that's like. Imagine what this place would be like on a not windy day. It's pretty spectacular as it is, but unfortunately the wind is blowing, so, but look at that. So in case anyone has been wondering what we use for cooking, I know you see us using our Weber barbecue a lot. This is what we use when we can't be bothered when we can't be bothered using the Weber. We have an Induction cooktop which we use just to cook more simple meals, I guess. Tonight we're just having some steak and potatoes and some wraps. So we use the drop down table at the back of the car. You'll notice that it has a extra bit that folds out underneath and has a leg to stand to extend it. It's actually it's a great part of the car, this. I really like this part of this actual kitchen. It's our little extended kitchen, which we don't use the pull out table very often. But when you're cooking on the Induction, it gives you that extra space to do your prep. Chef O here is just getting ready to be gourmet again.
Elegant dismount.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Good morning on this very overcast and much less windy morning here at Alexander Bay. We've just packed up. We're heading down to Cape Arid this morning. I have actually put the drone up, so I'll be able to share some footage of that with you. The coastline is spectacular on a non-windy day. I mean, it's beautiful all the time, but you can appreciate it more when it's less windy. Paul's just been around helping some fellow caravanning camper people with their Starlink. They just had they had some questions this morning when they walked by and asked us if we could go over and help them, so Paul's just gone to do that. I've just finished off the pack down and we're just about ready to head off. So don't know what today has in store, but looking forward to the adventure down to Cape Arid. We hope you've enjoyed exploring this spectacular part of the WA coast with us, and next week we'll share with you some of the more remote parts of the area that are equally as inspiring. Don't forget to give us a like, comment and subscribe if you're enjoying our content. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.